Hey everybody, it's your new favorite podcast. It's Foamies with the Homies, brought to you by aleluminati, the best place to stay up to date for all your craft beer news. Check out aleluminati.beer. Hey everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Foamies with Homies. It's one of your hosts, Lucas, and I'm joined by my good friends, Cody and Jack. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
What's up,
Good.
boys?
What's up?
What's going on, fellers?
This is the very first episode of Foamies with Homies, an offshoot of the aleluminati. We tried something earlier with the Secret Sud Society, but we've decided to change it up and are going in a new direction with it, where something a little bit more kick back and relax, according to what Jack wants.
Yeah, dude. Beers with the boys, foamies with homies, just hanging out,
Pints with
chatting, having some
pints with
beers,
pals. I get it.
pints
No,
with
I totally get
pints
it.
with pals. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever
I'd
you want
love
to
to
call it.
just use this. We'll catch up a little bit. We'll have some friends on that we all know, like from the industry and stuff, and really just hang out
And play some fun beer related games.
Yes.
here and
Uh,
there, here and there.
but real quick, just to give an overview of who we are, Cody, do you want to talk about what the Illuminati is?
Yeah. So, Illuminati is a beer collective that focuses heavily on beer blogging events, covering what's new in craft and making it really digestible for people who are new or people who want to learn more. I think that was kind of the goal for all of us collectively. So, yeah, it's like the very brief version of it. But yeah, that's Illuminati in a nutshell.
And where can people go to see our articles
Yeah,
and
if you
other
guys
things on the website?
Yeah, so if you guys want to check out anything related to Illuminati, you can check us out at aleluminati.beer. And then on all socials at aleluminati.bc. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jack.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, cool. On the website, it's more than just articles. We're currently building out a really cool review tab where you guys can go in and kind of check out the beers that we're enjoying and get our thoughts on it. And there will be some new educational resources coming to it as well. So just a super cool, fun thing to look forward to with Ale. But yeah,
And to those listening and are interested in contributing, are people allowed to send in their own articles and beer related stuff that they have?
yeah. So kind of, I guess, in a sense, we do have a form up on the site for anyone who's interested in writing and passionate in writing about beer. Just submit your information, let us know why you want to write for us, and we'll take a look at it and let you know. But yeah, it'll be under the contact page on our website.
Yeah, and I would say too, like, just reach out on Instagram. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm the one behind the Instagram. So any questions or people that are interested in potentially doing a little bit of writing here and there or getting a little bit more involved, happy to field some of those questions there too.
Or if you work in the industry and would like to maybe come on a show and talk about what you do and what your brewery does, feel free to reach out.
Drink foamies with homies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Everybody's just a homie that you haven't met yet.
It's true.
and that's very true in our case. I mean,
Oh
if it
yeah.
wasn't for TikTok, I don't think any of us would know each other existed. I mean, I was going to a beer fest in Jack's home state without him going to the same beer fest, and I flew from Ohio.
That's crazy when you really think about it, right?
That
Because
I've been to Dabbler, well, I guess now the same amount of years as Jack has.
yeah, when you think about it in theory, because he doesn't, he like you said, he lives what, like 30 minutes max from Dabbler.
Yeah, you doxing me?
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the city you
Any
live in is so
direction.
massive. Yeah, right.
But to that effect, I haven't seen you guys in, I guess, about a year now. So, what have you guys
Yeah.
been up to that we, I guess, haven't been texting each other about?
Yeah, this is kind of a catch up, huh?
Yeah.
Illuminati had a collaboration beer with I know Cody's repping them too. Haggard Barrel went over well. Hop saturated ale. I think officially the first hop saturated ale in the state of Minnesota. I think it's safe to say. But no, it turned out great. Carl, the owner and brewer there, and the guys there were super into it and sold well. So I think that's one thing. That was way earlier in this whole Illuminati thing than I expected. I was like, oh, we're gonna have to be this big group and be around for years and years. But being able to connect with those guys and do a cool project like that was fun. So I'm excited to potentially do more, either in Minneapolis or around you guys or really wherever. I think that'd be cool.
Cody, what you been up to?
Uh, well, I'm kind of gonna piggyback off that because we also on this beer never came to fruition, but we also got to hang out with the Wabasha crew over last summer. I think it was like July of last year. Got to hang
Oh
out with
God,
their.
it was like 100 degrees.
It was brutal outside, dude. We literally walked just down the street to get burritos, and I'm like fairly certain I had to change my shirt by the time we got back. It was crazy.
It was
Uh,
tough.
yeah, but we brewed just a I think it was just an IPA, right?
It was a session West Coast IPA.
Yeah, with Crush. That was like the main thing for us. And we got through the brew day, had a blast with their former brewer. And he showed us around the tap room, and I think like a couple months later we ended up finding out that one of their tanks crashed or one of their fermenters crashed.
Chiller.
The chiller, yeah, crashed and it
Chiller went kaput, and yeah, they lost all the beer.
but yeah, that was a
He
really
said,
cool
yeah,
thing.
he said he wants to make it again. He liked the recipe and like the idea of it. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I think he's in limbo right now.
Yeah.
I know he's talked about maybe even starting his own brewery. So we'll see. That one might come back around. We'll see.
Cool. I would love that, man. I was really, really, really excited for that because I was like on a crush kick
Yeah.
when we brewed it. Yeah, that but that was like one of the highlights I think since the last time we saw each other. And then obviously we just got back from Dabbler 2025 or 2026, excuse me, and that was a blast. It was like I said, it was a little different than previous years. It was a little odd not having to wait, but I'm not going to complain about that. I got to try some of the best beer I think I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Lupulin. I think it's Lupulin, right, with Barrel God.
Yep.
Yeah, that Barrel God Cuvée 25 lives in my brain rent free. But yeah, those are just like a couple of highlights. I think I know beyond that, I've just kind of been focusing on content and you know, finding ways to make the Illuminati site better every day. So that's kind of what I've been
Yeah.
up to. What about you, Lucas?
Well, to be completely honest, not much has really changed in my life. I'm still working as an assistant brewer, and every September and October, I'm out acting at the Renaissance Fair. And other than that, not much has really changed in my life. I,
Stability.
I moved my desk. That's about the most exciting thing, to a
Adulting,
completely different
baby.
room. My wife started her own book editing business, so
Love that.
that's, she's doing well with that. She's working from home now, which is great. And I still brew beer from time to time.
just a little bit here and
Yeah,
there.
well, I'm only the assistant brewer, not the head brewer. So
He's like, I show up every day.
hey, I
That's
do the
about
beer
it.
transfers, I do the kegging, I do the cleaning of the kegs, I clean the brew house.
He's like, listen,
Just
man.
it's just as important.
He's like, I'll
Yeah.
put my time in. Very nice.
Cody, you reminded me. Lupulin has their big beer week coming up, and Barrel God is one of the beers that they make every year. I don't know. So I guess for anybody listening, we have a Discord. That's also something you can join. It's open to everybody. It's really just a community for people to talk about beer and stuff a little bit more casually than through articles or podcasts, things like that. And we had a couple of folks that were in that group that went to the preview dinner and showed us the list. And it was, oh man, I should go back and see how long it was. It had to have been like 30 different barrel aged beers. And they're all, well, I guess I should say big beers. Most of them are barrel aged, but they had a few. I think they had like a triple black IPA, and they usually do a few triple IPAs. It's huge this year. It's a fun event though, but it gets bigger every year, and then it's harder to pick what you want to drink and take home and stuff like that. But it's pretty crazy.
I need to find this list. I'm sure it's buried. You said it was in
It's
Discord.
insane.
Wait, list of what? Oh, for
The
the
beers
that beer
that
that
they're
thing. Oh,
releasing
okay.
this year, yeah. They do, so they do like they release like, now it probably works out to like 4 or 5 bottles a day. That's like how they do it. And this, before it was 7 days, it was a week. Now it's 10 days. And then if you go every single day for 5 days, you get a t-shirt. And then if you go every single day for 10 days, you get like a cooler t-shirt that's like a badge of honor. And you get the rights to buy, if you want, you can get like a custom Lupulin hockey jersey with your name on the back, which is pretty sweet. I think this year they have like a leather jacket, which is also pretty. I saw it. It's cool. So there are people that go every single day and punch their card and try everything, and it's like a whole thing.
Man, that sounds like a commitment.
I need you to
It,
understand that when I move up there, this will be a thing that I do. I've told you this from the day that I found out that if you go and collect every day that you get rewards for it is super, super cool. Like, I don't know,
you
man.
got to block out like the week, brother.
I got
It,
you. PTO
we've
is gonna come in clutch.
I've talked about like getting an RV and seeing if they'd let us like park it in the back and then just work from home from the tap room all morning, and then
Oh my
do
God.
that, or getting like an Airbnb, because it's a ways from me. It's probably like an hour and 10 minutes, which is quite the commitment, especially considering you're drinking barrel aged beer and then needing to drive an hour and 10 minutes back.
So your solution
But
to get this coveted leather jacket and or hockey jersey is buy an RV and then work from the tap room.
Dude,
not buy an RV. I would, borrow it or
Oh,
find somebody who would
excuse
let
me.
me.
I'm in the wrong there. Yeah.
Airbnb is probably more likely, but an RV would be fun.
have
So
you
You just
Cody,
get
seen
a crew, good crew.
when are you moving up there then?
Oh man, this is Jack doesn't believe me, and I didn't believe myself when I told him because I tell him this every year, but this is gonna happen pretty quick, I think. You know, my fiance and I had another conversation about it today, and she said to me, she goes, I don't think you realize how serious I am about moving up there. So I think this time it may actually come to fruition. I think within the year we are trying to move up there.
Well, how about instead of moving there, you move to Columbus?
How about I just stay where I'm at? We'll be fine. I'm just gonna stay here, and then I'm in the middle of everyone. Um, but yeah, you know, it probably will happen. Minnesota has always been a place that I hold near and dear to me because like I go to school there, and it's just a place that I visited quite a bit, so makes sense. Plus the beer culture there, as Jack has come to find out. I love Chicago very much, but it's a very gritty city. It's a very fast-paced moving city that has zero remorse for people, and I think in the best way
Damn.
possible, and I think
The best way possible.
yeah, like
Yeah, they'll stomp you into the
Really,
ground, but
really
no,
selling
no,
it
no,
won't
here.
spit on you.
no. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, like, Chicago is a grinder, man. Like it always has been. They're
Well,
very
that's where
serious
grinders
about.
are from, right?
Aren't they from the East Coast?
I don't know. I don't know. I always called them subs. I just
But yeah, dude. All that to say, the beer culture in Minneapolis is just, uh, one of the I think one of the best places to be. One of the most up and coming. You know, you think of the breweries that are coming out of there, places obviously like Black Stack leading the charge, but then you look at like Loose Line, who's I don't think I've ever had a bad beer from Loose Line in my life. I could go on for days about the millions of places that most people who listen to this probably already know about, but it's a cool place to be, and that's where I think I want to be. Plus, like it's essentially where aleluminati is headquartered out of, anyways, so it makes the most sense for me. But yeah, that's another fun update in my life. But
I'll
going,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say I'll believe it when I see you here in a moving truck,
Uh,
parked in front of a place that you're moving into.
yeah,
But
that day will be
I've been
very
rooting for it.
surreal.
I'm rooting for it the whole time. But I've heard this song and dance
Hey,
Three years in a row.
Jack,
a few
I've
times.
heard it too. I've heard it too because I remember him texting me going, "Yeah, we're really on the fence if we should move to Columbus or if we should move to Minnesota. What are some of the draws of living in Columbus?" And then just like drops the conversation once I tell him, why and stuff like that. And
Well, wait. If you move here, who am I gonna have send me Dovetail and Goldfinger?
Luckily for you, I still have all of mine and Rachel's family here. Sorry, babe, to drop your name, um,
there's
but
also
yeah,
Tavor and Goldfinger's on. Oh, well, I guess Tavor's state by state difference, which I just found out because I can get
Yeah,
Goldfinger on Tavor.
yeah,
not for me.
not something they get in the lovely state of Minnesota. That is something I'm not sure a lot of people know about this, because I did not know about this until I started going up there. That Minnesota beer laws, as you both know, is just so overwhelmingly strict, man. It's shocking. Really, like,
It's gotten so much better in
yeah,
like the
definitely.
last 3 years too, which is even crazier. It used to be worse.
Dude, I remember the first year I came up for Dabbler, I was super confused as to why you guys didn't sell 4 packs. I think that was like the final year you guys didn't sell them. Or do you guys still
Yeah,
not sell them?
it had to have been. No, we do. You that was the biggest change. You can buy 6 and 4 packs out of like tap rooms now, but there's still a limit on it.
Consumers can only buy a certain amount.
Well, yeah, kind of. There's loopholes around it, but yeah,
Like everything in
per
beer.
check, per receipt, there's only supposed to be
Mm,
like 2 4 packs or 2 6 packs, I think it is.
I feel like
well,
we can't
Per
spill all the
receipt.
secrets, bro.
Ohio's getting rid of THC beverages.
Aren't most places, if the Save Act goes through or whatever that is, whatever the bill that is, I'm pretty sure
The
Oh,
THC
nationwide.
ban. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
nationwide.
guess nationwide, yeah. But Ohio
they're
was
trying to.
fighting that
Oh,
on the state level.
Ohio is doing. Oh, that's terrible. That's like such a massive like revenue.
Oh, it is. It is. And it
Like,
affects
together.
actual craft breweries in the Columbus area that make THC beverages as a way to compete with the fact that craft beer sales are down nationwide. And there's actually because the Brewers Conference got rescheduled. That's actually one of the panels that I'm trying to go see when the conference comes around at the end of this month, actually. So,
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like what the focus of that is if people think it's just going to go away
I don't,
or yeah, like you know what I mean. I
man.
don't know. I know there's a lot of people in Minnesota that are like doing a lot of lobbying and stuff because it's same thing. So many breweries in the cities do like contracting and stuff like that and rely pretty heavily on producing those THC drinks. But
All
I
right,
don't
so I'm
know.
just gonna stay in Illinois, who doesn't have either of these issues or any issue really when it comes to craft beer. So
well,
spoiled
the
here.
policymakers, the way that they're combating it is like, no, they're still allowed to be around as long as they aren't above a percent.
Yeah, it feels like that's one of those policies that simply comes down to them not having any experience with, the craft beer industry or like brewing, or the science behind it as a whole, right? Because if you
Or
had
them
any,
getting lobbied.
yeah, any, you could spin it a
Well,
handful of ways, but
and you know how it started, right? From the politicians in Kansas, or sorry, in Kentucky, and some of the big beer companies and stuff, and the whiskey
Yeah.
and like bourbon distilleries, I think, are trying to figure out how they can
Get out of
preserve
here, Jim
their
Beam.
market share.
Instead of creating
But,
their own to combat it.
Right.
right.
Which is crazy because, like, let's be so for real. Craft breweries are not a threat to AB InBev or Jim Beam. Like, you just want a more dominant market where your product sells better. And to that, I say, make a better product. It's really that simple.
Well, AB InBev has a history of buying up craft breweries and then letting them die. RIP
Here's
platform.
here's the thing is I think their days of investing in craft obviously are over because craft has hit its plateau. Um, so I don't think that's a thing we're gonna have to worry about. I also appreciate that there's very few other domestic companies that have done that very same thing, and I think it's because they knew that was going to happen. Like it was inevitable. Like craft beer was fun in the early to mid 2000s, and then now it's plateaued super hard because we're running out of ways to innovate. Right, we're running out of ways to keep things fresh and fun for new people coming in. So, yeah, I kind of just went
Well,
on a rant there, but
now there's, it's like these conglomerates, which I guess is better because a lot of times they're trying to keep the brands alive.
you mean like
Um,
Constellation and stuff?
Constellation, I know, is it, oh man,
What, that
there's a
Australian
there's a
conglomerate?
Japanese brand that's buying a lot of
Tilray.
Yeah.
American Tilray,
Well,
even
uh,
smaller ones too.
to that point, that brings us to a hot topic in the craft beer world and something that
Yeah.
makes my heart happy. BrewDog has been bought by a Canadian conglomerate, the same conglomerate that owns Sweetwater and Breckenridge, which means I can finally drink BrewDog again because James Watt, that son of a bitch, won't be getting my money.
Yeah, I should preface that you will hear us say some things on here that are not necessarily PG, and that's okay. But you've been warned. But yeah, is it morally sound to drink it post purchase, knowing that he's still the founder?
I think
He's
if he's
not.
not in charge,
Yeah,
That's
he's
fair.
well.
yeah.
He stepped away from the CEO role a couple years ago and became like gave himself his own title where he was like captain in charge of beer or something like
Sounds
that.
about right.
And and I was like, no, still not buying your beer. And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of BrewDog. But I was uh and then I put my fandom on hold and I'm like, I just gotta wait this motherfucker out. And I did. I did.
I have a question for you both, stemming from them. Have either of you ever tried Nano Dog, which is their offshoot nano brewery that makes like more niche stuff?
Yes.
No,
Dude, I
I
had
haven't.
I had one beer. Did they change Nano Dog? No, it's still the same one. I had one beer from them, and I've never really told anyone that I've had a beer from them because I too am just like not a massive fan. And it was actually fairly good. I think they should absolutely focus on the Nano Dog stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like Elvis Juice is very good. It's one of my favorite. Like
Elvis Juice is one of the beers they got in trouble for because they weren't saying what was in it when they reported it to the FDA and when it was being sold in America.
that makes sense.
It's the grapefruit one, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a grapefruit.
It's like a
Yeah.
grapefruit IPA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how hard it is? I've been over to like the UK a few times looking for craft beer. It's impossible. It's not impossible. It's very difficult to
It's
find
very
anything
difficult.
other than BrewDog when it comes to like IPAs and more craft options.
Okay, so
But
I'm
I'm glad.
curious,
I'm glad there's an improvement.
Lucas, what is your go-to
From
from
what?
them? Is it Hazy Jane?
Uh, Hazy Jane was one of my go-tos. And then I forget the name of it because I haven't had it in so long. They made a special beer that they sell in tall boy cans at Jackets games.
I'm like looking it up. I forgot Punk AF was also on.
Specifically for the
Yeah,
Blue Jackets.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh,
Probably like a
Cannon
what, a
Blast.
lager or
Cannon
golden
Blast, yeah.
ale.
I think it was an IPA. I'm not sure. I mean, they predominantly make IPAs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think their stuff's good. I think it's
it's
tough to get over
I
you
just
know.
don't
hard to
drink beers made by
support.
predators.
Yeah,
There it is for me.
I don't think anybody's
Allegedly.
stating anything that novel.
Well, I'm trying not to make this our first podcast in overwhelmingly hot takes, so that just like
Is it
everything that comes out of our mouth is.
it comes out of my mouth. I'll be the one to
Also, just not a hot take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
also
really a
not a
hot
hot
take.
take.
Lots of people have been not wanting to support BrewDog for some time.
They also really don't play ball in the Columbus area. They kind of seclude themselves from everything else.
Do they have one of those hotels in Columbus, right?
And yeah, now that they have a different ownership, I'm actually going to go stay at that hotel eventually.
He's
I
like, if
saw
none
one.
of them
I
get
think
the
there's
money.
one in Edinburgh, Scotland. That's like the big one, the main one.
Yeah.
Uh,
They
but we didn't
closed their
stay
two
at
tap
it.
rooms last month. They had
In
two tap
Scotland.
rooms on High
Oh,
Street. No, on in Columbus. Well, one on High Street, one in Franklinton. Uh, and then the only thing that's open Brewdog wise in town is the hotel tap room.
mm. They had three in Columbus
Uh,
alone.
well, they had like well, High Street is just like that's where like Ohio State is on one end, and it's
Yeah,
all just bars, 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 restaurants, bars, 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 restaurants, bars.
yeah.
And they had a small tap room in there. It was literally just a bar, maybe a couple of tables, and they just served beers there. And then the one in Franklinton, which is right across the street, well, was right across the street from Land Grant Brewing, was like a full size double story tap room. And then
Mm,
their hotel is like from where I live about 45 minutes.
yeah.
It's on the far side of
Yeah,
Columbus in the middle of nowhere.
that's not bad though.
That's
Hmm.
a another foreign idea to me is having multiple tap rooms in the state. Speaking of Minnesota liquor laws,
Is that not a thing you guys can do?
no,
That's insane.
just one. You can
That's
have
insane.
like you can do like you can have a production facility,
Hmm.
but you can only have one establishment where you actually serve your product.
I am
Mm.
just finding this out for the
Yeah.
first time. That
That's
is
So a lot of
tough.
times, like in the cities, a lot of times, well, a few times, some breweries have tried opening a tap room like literally right across the river in Wisconsin. So it's still like 45 minutes from the Twin Cities, but it's still like you get around that. Or like Junkyard in Moorhead, that's right on the border. So they have a tap room in Moorhead and they have a tap room in West Fargo, North Dakota.
That's smart.
So you kind of like geographically, you can sort of get around it, but I think most breweries don't bother.
That's ridiculous.
What a foreign concept to me, because you're like, yeah, we can have one, and I'm like, well, Moore has four.
Yeah. Well, it'd be, yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice. Like, I don't know. It depends.
We got to check out Moore's the second newest facility they have over the summer.
The
I
place
thought,
I work for, we're the weird outlier for tap
why?
rooms. We're the only one in Ohio. There's one in Georgia and two in Florida.
You're a chain brewery
I
in a
guess
sense.
technically, yeah.
Is it all owned by the same ownership?
Or is it
Uh,
franchise?
to an
Crooked,
extent.
we should say Crooked Can Brewing
Sure,
is,
yeah, you can dox me.
yeah, yeah.
Brother, you kind of did it yourself. There's very few breweries who are going to have
Now we
one where
just need,
you
now we need to dox Cody
yeah.
and then we'll have covered the whole,
I kind of already doxed myself, didn't I? People know where I'm from.
Chicago, yeah, it's a small place. Um,
It is very small, about 1,000 people.
but yeah, the Crooked Can is the brand that I work for, and
Thing.
the The ownership of my brewery that I work at, they went to college with the founder and owner of the Florida one. So they kind of like partnered up that way.
Mhm.
So every now and again, like maybe once a year, the guy from Florida comes up just to check it out and hang out with his friends.
He's like, yeah, it looks good. You guys want a drink?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
Same, honestly. If I was an owner, I'd be like, is my brewery not flooding? Is it not on fire? Am I within safety code? Great, let's go drink beer.
But the new location they're opening up in Florida, I've seen pictures of it and videos on their social media for it. It's huge. It's huge tanks with a giant walkway on
Yeah.
top, and I'm just like these motherfuckers. They got like a whole army down there working, and it's just me and one other guy.
Time to move down to Florida.
Yeah.
Is the Florida location traffic wise a lot busier than you guys? Or is that
Well,
stuff you're not privy to?
well, I know the original location is definitely busier than us. I mean, it helps being in Florida that you don't have an Ohio winter to deal with. Um, and also they're
Make a
in
good
Winter
point.
Garden, Florida, which is about 10 minutes from Orlando. So instead of staying at an Orlando Disney hotel, you stay in Winter Garden and drive to the parks then.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah. I didn't know where
Yeah,
it was at, so
I was
Uh,
asking because like it almost seems like the Florida locations operate very separately
I mean,
than
yeah, we have the
like
same
you
core
don't have the
beers.
same like flagships or
We
like
do.
same Oh, you do?
hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uh, our third rail hazy pale ale, high stepper American IPA, Cloud Chaser Hefeweizen, and our lager is called Ohio Heartland Lager, but it's the same as their Florida Sunshine. We just changed to
Got it.
Ohio
Yeah.
And
just because of the state.
you guys don't can anything, right? You are simply a growler
Well,
facility.
funny you should bring that up because I was going to piggyback originally when we were talking about that one brewery losing their chiller. Our chiller went out to an extent, and we were in the process of buying a canning line from another Columbus brewery, and we're still going to be doing that, I believe, as far as I know. But it was a little bit of a hold off on that because it was about 10 grand to fix our chilling system.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate. Um, well, when that happens, you will have to send me your flagships because I'm curious. The Cloud Chaser you brought to Dabbler last year, right?
I can't remember, but probably.
You brought the
Oh, no, I did
Hefeweizen.
because
Rach wanted it.
yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot who I brought it. Yeah, I
you
brought that in
brought the
Yeah,
particular.
growler.
we've had that one.
And
Wait,
I
what
brought
was
the
the go ahead.
no. I think I also brought White Christmas, the horchata white stout.
Maybe we drank a lot of
Maybe.
stout that year.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It was
It's all
also a
blended
year ago.
together. What was the one that you guys just won an award for?
That was our multinational pills,
Nice, dude.
I need that one.
and we came in. Well, it's good because I got your box right here that I still need to send out. Uh,
Yeah, let's talk
yeah, I,
about that.
it's right here. It's right here. I'm looking at the box. It's right here.
Fair and square bet.
Fair and
That
square
was
bet.
back
Still won the
in
championship. Doesn't matter. Uh, you'll be
I'll
getting.
laugh while I'm drinking beer.
You're
Free
getting more
beer.
beer out of it than I did, and I won. Uh,
I feel so bad for you. I'll probably still send you one, but
a can of beer. Thanks, man.
I'll
You
take
can
the
Uh,
just
hat,
keep the
bro.
box for yourself if you want.
no. I'm sending this box to you, and you're gonna love it because it's an old Tavor box, and so it's individually packaging. So you're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep this box for the next time you got to ship beer.
Yeah.
What a thoughtful, kind man he is.
I am.
Which
I know. That's why I
okay,
said it.
I just recently
Tavor
decided
is
to
also
use
not a sponsor of the show, but hey,
Tavor.
if you
No,
want
they're
to, let
not.
us know.
But I just recently started using it. I was like kind of putting it off because I was like, I don't know, like it seems a little expensive. But then I had a buddy talk me into it. That is a slippery slope
It is. It
Tabor?
is, brother. It is.
because now I've gotten into the habit of just checking it every day. and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, that sounds good.
I check out the rare limited releases, and if I really want it, I pre-order it for myself, because then I know I'm gonna get it. Uh, but
But
other
I
than
looked the
that,
other day and I was like, I have 30 cans
oh
in my
brother,
crate.
I maybe get 6 to 8 tops.
Well,
30
they're like,
cans? My
oh,
God, they're gonna
yeah,
have to.
they're like, we have until March 15th. We'll ship it to you then. You just add what you want until then. I It was a mistake.
My God, the truck driver's gonna charge you a drop-off fee for a pallet. Like,
Some good beers in there though. I'm excited, but
there better be. You got 30 of them. That's a rack of
I need
Bush.
to yeah, I need to
Wait, I
hold
thought
off.
you did you not purchase? Did you not pull the trigger on this yet, or is this something you
When
actually
you
purchased?
when you order a beer on Tavour, you select how many beers you want in the can, and
You
it
pay for
automatically
it.
charges your card. It
Yeah.
charges your card when you say add to my box, and then it charges you shipping when it ships out.
You
So I
bought
have a bunch of
30
just single
beers?
charges of
He
I
got
don't
a 30
I might
rack.
be exaggerating. I hope I'm
He's not
exaggerating.
lying. He's not exaggerating. His wife can hear him from the other room, and he's saying that's why he's exaggerating.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that they charge per like per beer or beers that you add to your crate. So I had that question the first day when I went through and just added like 6 different things to my crate. She's like, "What are all these
Oh,
different charges?"
oh, so you didn't like click on the beer and then like
Oh,
read about it, and then it tells you like this beer can is like $6.50 a can.
oh, I did. Yeah, I did, but I didn't know that. I thought it charged you at the end. Whatever.
I
No regret.
you son of a guns, dude. I've been staying away from it for so long, and now I'm having
Well,
FOMO. So
Listen
hey,
to me.
hey,
Don't do it. Don't.
hey,
Just
hey,
don't.
you can check out Tavor. You can also check out Halftime Beverage. There,
halftime
if
rules.
have
Halftime
to, thank you, thank
rules.
you.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is not a sponsor. If I remember correctly, halftime has flat rate shipping. I think it's $15.99 flat
Yes.
rate for I think it's up to 24 beers or something like that.
So
So you
Jack, it would
mean
be two
just
boxes for
like
you.
Tabor?
Except halftime is low key way cooler. They carry like Hudson Valley and stuff. They carry some
Well,
banging eco stuff.
they're
New
from
York, New York, New
yeah,
York.
New
I know
York.
exactly what
I
I
went
was
to their one
obsessed with
bottle shop
halftime.
in Poughkeepsie.
I heard it's pretty big, all things
Well, I
considered.
don't know about their
Main
main
location.
location. I went to their second location in
Was it
Poughkeepsie.
small?
It was big. Like it's a grocery store dedicated to beer, essentially.
That's insane. It's
No,
it's
it's great because you can walk up and down the alleys and it'll tell you the pricing of the 4 pack and an individual can, and you can just rip right then and put one can in your cart and then go on to the next one. I was finding dank house beers that I couldn't get in Ohio from a brewery from 40 minutes from where I live that I was getting when I went back to New York to visit my parents.
that's insane. Um, we have shops like that here in Illinois, but it's like really niche bottle shops that'll do it. Like
Yeah.
I so wish Benny's would let us do it, but like instead they're like, hey, this beer is gonna expire soon. Let's put it on the mix 6 pack rack and charge them like $3 less.
Bottle shops have gone downhill in this area.
You
They've
think
been,
really?
oh, hands down, man. Uh, they got bought up by the same ownership group, and I don't fault anybody for not drinking. If you choose to go throughout your life and not drink alcohol, that's completely fine.
We're proud of you.
And yeah, proud of you. And if somebody comes over to my house, I offer them a beer and they say no, I'm not. No, why aren't you drinking a beer? Because if you
Right.
do that, you're an asshole.
Yes.
Um and I don't fault anybody for not drinking. Well, this ownership group bought up a bunch of bottle shops in the Columbus area and they don't drink. Personally, if I chose to not drink, the last thing I would do is buy a large craft beer store because they can't give recommendations on stuff because they don't drink. And they go by the same principle of if I buy it, like if I build it, they will come type thing. But it's like if we jam pack the shelves with craft beer, then somebody will eventually buy something.
There's just like no rhyme or reason for what they're buying. It's just like we're
Yeah.
gonna throw a bunch of stuff there and hope someone bites. That's the
Yep.
choice.
They
Yep.
don't
That's just
have like a buyer on staff.
I
It's
mean,
No.
all dictated
It's
by
it's it's
owner.
they don't have any other staff other than they hire a couple of part-timers during the holiday season, but that's about it.
Interesting. Because I
Yeah.
know like some of the like we have liquor store chains here, and some of them are better than others because of the buyer at each location. Some of the buyers are just particularly good and are able to get stuff. And so even within like the chains, there's certain locations that tend to be better.
is this a Total Wine reference?
No, total wine excluded. No, it's like grocery stores
Oh,
and
gotcha.
um, we have like a couple different smaller like chains, and then a bunch of like one-off, like single location bottle shops and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, most of the stuff in my area I think comes from like wine or bottle shops. Our beer stores don't really, or our grocery stores don't really carry like anything good. It's just your traditional like stuff they carry, like Sierra Nevada and
Yeah.
Stuff you're gonna grab on your way
yeah,
out from getting groceries.
low key. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes those things are so slept on, like those mix packs that you buy, because you get to try some beers you've never had
Yeah.
before. Big fan
Or
of
just
them.
going to a grocery store and finding a six pack that you couldn't find at your local bottle shop because that's where people don't go to buy beer.
Uh, I had something in my brain to go back to, and I forgot what it was. But
Is it the breaking news and the new thing that happened this weekend?
no, what is the new
What's the
thing that
breaking
happened?
news? Are you
Well, before
breaking
the
news right
show,
now?
I'm not breaking news. Cody was like, I want to talk about this brand new craft beer Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes, the Craft Beer Hall of Fame happened over the weekend. This was launched in 2025. I mean, we don't really have to touch on it. Like, I think it's just a cool thing that like a lot of people don't really know about. And I think the reason why I'm so excited about it is because like Garrett Oliver got inducted, and Garrett Oliver, truthfully, is like one of the biggest reasons I got to fall in love with craft beyond just drinking beer to drink beer. I know for a lot of people that's kind of their fine line is like, hey, I'm getting into craft because I like the way it tastes, but they don't want to really explore it behind beyond that. And when I watched um the first video of him and him just like being able to break down and describe the intricacies of beer really fascinated me. So like I owe a lot of what we do in ale to watching him when I was younger. I think that's the only reason I wanted to touch on it. But yeah, I think in general it's a really cool um it's a really cool thing that more people definitely need to know about. Especially with like it seems like there's a pretty big emphasis on women in craft beer specifically, which I don't think gets highlighted enough. Um, sorry, I'm trying to pull up the 2026 inductees beyond Garrett Oliver. They, like I said, they just announced it over the weekend. Um,
How
and
did
of
they
course,
how did they determine? I mean, it sounds like it's kind of based on like each person's impact generally on the culture, community, craft beer. But like, is there like a committee? Did they ask? Is it like industry people?
yeah, it's like it's a really good question, and I wish I could like kind of delve more into what they look for. Maybe
Not to
I'll
put you on the
maybe
spot.
yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're good, dude. I don't mind it at all. Maybe we'll try and
Hey,
get
we
Marty on, one of the guys who's on the board
yeah.
there, to talk about, what goes into um picking these guys like Garrett Oliver, right? Or like um Terry Ferendorf, who I believe is the first uh female brewmaster of all time. So uh I would be curious, or it was her or Carol Stout. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, I'd be curious to know as well, kind of what goes into picking this committee. And I know, when you look on the website, it talks about the big focal point being, what their contributions to craft beer have been. Obviously, I think for two of the three women that were inducted this year, I think being the first brewmaster ever really puts you in that category. And then creating one of the most successful breweries in the U.S. in New Belgium. Also, will put you in that
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
Uh, New Belgium, in and of itself, I could go on for days. I actually just did like a 12-page paper on them for my class this last semester. Do you guys know the bike? Do you guys know the bike story about
The
New Belgium?
fat tire.
No, the actual
I
bike story.
no.
Do you know
I know
about
it's like their logo and
yeah, so the bike is so much more than that. And like that was kind of what I was learning about in my class. It was a business class, and it talks about like how New Belgium has like really low turnover. And one of the things they do is for a certain amount of years that you work there, you get rewards. And one of those things that they like, I don't know if you guys know, but New Belgium is an incredibly green brewery. Like they're very sustainable. So one of the things they do is I think it's after your first year or your first 5 years, they give you a New Belgium branded bike so that you can ride it to work every day. Because I guess Fort Collins is a very like sustainably built city. And I found that really, really fascinating because like find me another brewery in the entire US that does something like that, right? Especially one like New Belgium, who is bigger and absolutely doesn't have to put as much emphasis into caring for their employees as some of the smaller places do. And still to this day, like they put their best foot forward. I don't know. I wanted to share that with you guys because I found it pretty fascinating.
I mean, at a time when craft feels like it's dwindling a little bit, it seems like they just keep getting bigger and are continuing to grow. So there's something behind it, right?
Yeah, yeah. New Belgium is doing something right. Although, can we
Oh,
go back?
it's all the Rangers. New
Yeah.
Ranger every week.
Can we go back to the original Fat Tire though? I would appreciate that if we could go
Don't
back
like that beer.
to when it was an amber rather than a blonde.
I didn't
I
like
mean,
it when it was an
it's
amber.
fine.
I mean, it's good now. Don't get me wrong. I think it's more approachable now than it was when it was an amber.
I think
But
what shocked people about it was just that like that feels like a drastic change in style. Right? Like usually when they make those kinds of tweaks, it's a little bit less noticeable. But even like the casual beer drinker would order a fat tire and then be like, wait a minute, this is not that. If they weren't keeping up with, the changes that were happening and stuff like that.
yeah, I
But
remember
it's
when that
just like it goes into that, like that was their best brand. So they wanted to turn that into something that appealed to even more people, I guess, and
hey man, like I said, it's more approachable now, and I think that's when you look at the landscape of craft beer now, I think that's kind of key, right? You have to, in some capacity, like brew something approachable. Obviously, we have niche breweries like the Threats and the Troons who can brew just dank, hazy, beautiful, juicy IPA and sell it for $40 a can.
Until the next brewery comes along that does the exact same thing that they
exactly.
do.
Hey,
Yep.
hey, listen, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you, but I'm also going to argue with you because I feel like Troon has been at it for a handful of years now, and they're still revered as like top three
That is
in the
true.
entire market. But in the same vein, I will agree with you because they are quite literally one of the only places to do it.
Do you know why though?
Aren't they open
Why
like
they're
two
still
days a week?
relevant?
It's because
Yes.
their product is so hard to get. Yeah.
It's the scarcity. They'll
Oh,
brew as much as they want, which is not a ton. It'll sell out every single week because there's people all over the country that are dying to get their beer that can't get to them on one of the random, Tuesdays or a Sunday.
I mean, just think
And
about original 450 North releases. My
when
yeah,
people were
God.
literally buying whole trunk loads.
People
they
were
haven't tried to
buying
expand. And that's
their cans expanded all over my walls once.
well, okay, yeah, 450. I'm saying Troon hasn't tried to expand.
No, and that's a good point. You know, you look at some of the bigger IPA giants that were giants, like Hot Butcher, I think is the best example. Dude, as soon as they started expanding, they stopped being a giant, in my opinion, and they just became another brewery in the market because most places can get them now. Right? They're not the scarcity isn't there. The demand for them isn't there. I know people still love hop and still drink hop, and I'm the same way, but I think that level of hype and that level of FOMO is gone since they've expanded. Truthfully, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I see hop on the shelves for me personally all the time, and it used to be a brewery that I chased, and nowadays, it's a brewery that I'm like them in phase three were coming up at the same time, and I still drink a lot of phase three, like it, Jack. I don't really drink a lot of hop anymore. Like there's a handful of beers that I want to try, like any of their barrel aged stuff I've never had the chance to get my hands on, or a handful of their lager products I really enjoy. But in terms of their IPA, I think with it being so readily available, there's no reason to run out and grab it.
This episode is definitely a little bit longer than we were expecting. Uh, Mainly because we're trying to find the groove that we want to take this show. And part of that show is different beer games and challenges. And so for the very first game, I'm thinking each episode, another one of us takes the lead on what game to do. So the other two can play, and it'll be a head-to-head challenge. And then maybe at the end of the year, we'll crown a champion, and then that person will get maybe some beer sent to them, or maybe we buy Jack a Tavor gift card because it sounds like he needs it. Um,
All
but
a
for the
fun
very
chance.
first game, I have kind of a little trivia game that I had up here. Now I can't find it. There we are. So this year I was unable to attend the Beer Dabbler Festival, but you guys sounds like you had a really good time. You didn't have to wait in line for beer, and you attended the festival. So that's going to help you out in this game. Because what I have is, and I hope you were paying attention at this year's Beer Dabbler Festival, is I have a list of breweries, and you have to guess which beer that brewery brought to the festival.
Oh boy.
I got this. I think I got this.
And I will say, I think Jack is probably at a little bit of an advantage because he'll know, even if, maybe he's seen it in the shelves when he goes grocery shopping and stuff like that. But I have
I'll
some,
give
what I
I'll give
think are,
Cody the chance to answer first to even it out.
Yeah, I was gonna
well,
say I feel like I'm already I've dude, is this my handicap?
so I have 10 breweries here, and I have a score counter here. And all of the beer that I'm going to mention is beer that was at the festival.
This
So
guy did his homework,
you
dude.
probably I went on Untapped
Oh
and I
God.
went to the Minnesota State Fairgrounds on that location, and I used people's reviews from the beer festival that day, and I only used ones that had pictures because that proved that they were there that day, and it had to be a beer that was reviewed on February 21st, the day of the festival, and not people going back the next day going, "Oh, I need my Untapped points because breweries are going to listen to my opinion." Um,
Listen, before we move any
I
further,
need my badges, guys.
I need you all to give Lucas a round of applause because I did this for my article and it was without a doubt one of the most tedious things I've ever sifted through in my freaking life. So many people were checking things in this year that it
Yep.
made it so dude, like if you go to Black Stacks, I tried to look at Black Stacks 5 days removed from Dabbler, and it was the most tedious. I got all the way to the bottom just to find out that it cut off at like 6 p.m. on the 21st. So it
Well,
was already after Dabbler. Anyways, let's do
to
this
to
thing.
all of you leaving beer reviews after festival, I want you to know that the brewery's really taken it into consideration, and you should keep doing it because there's 5 ounces of beer is all you need to really get a feel for the beer, especially in the same glass that you've been having other beers in. So it's definitely going to taste what it's supposed to taste like. Why not get a lager and then get a barrel aged stout and then finish it with a blueberry fruit smoothie sour? Because I'm sure all of those are not going to affect the flavor of each time you're tasting it. So for all you Untapped users, keep it up because we count on it. So anyway, all of these breweries that I have here, I have 10 breweries listed, and I'll tell you the brewery, and then I'm going to tell you the three beers that I have here, and you guys are going to have to guess A, B, or C. And if you guess on the same one and you agree, because, odds are you're going to get a couple of these, because I made a couple of them fairly easier, so we didn't have a 0-0 score. Um, if you both decide on the same one, you'll both get a point for it, and you don't lose any points for getting it wrong. Do we understand the game? So, Jack, you want Cody to go first on all of these, or are you guys just gonna
Yeah.
gonna go
No,
together?
I'll give him first guess.
Okay,
Brother,
sounds good.
we only hit like 13 tens out of like 50.
Well,
No,
hey,
no.
hey, there's 10 breweries on here, and odds are you definitely hit a couple of these.
All right.
All right, so brewery number one, Haggard Barrel.
This is easy.
Now, did Haggard Barrel, did they bring a dry Irish stout, B, Glonky blueberry raspberry blackberry, or C, hazy backer?
If you don't mind me asking, why did you clarify the first one is just a regular dry Irish stout and the other two
Because
went
that is
with
what the brewer. So all of these
Oh,
beers
gotcha.
are beers that were at the Beer Dabbler Festival. So that is a
Okay, so
beer that a different brewery brought that was called the Dry Irish Stout.
hazy backer is
Got
the
it.
name of a beer.
Hazy Backer is the name of
Oh,
a beer that was at the Beer Dabbler Festival this year.
it's glonky for sure.
Cody thinks it's clunky. Jack, what do you think?
What flavor was the glunky?
Blueberry, raspberry, and blackberry.
Yeah, it's got to be glunky.
Okay. Well, that would be B, Glonky, and both of you are correct. So that's a
Dude,
point for both of you.
dude,
We
could
know our
you
Haggard.
I was gonna say, could you imagine both of us repping Haggard and we missed the
Bad luck. No, that was a good start. Good start. Good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So, brewery number two, 608 Brewing.
Oh fuck. We
Now,
hit
did
their
they
tens
bring
again.
bourbon barrel aged German chocolate cake stout? Did they bring winter solstice? Or did they bring C, ancient shaky hands?
It's A. I'm
It's
going
the
A
bourbon
instantly.
barrel aged
Yeah.
German
And you would
chocolate
be
chip.
correct
Yep.
again. It is the bourbon barrel aged German chocolate cake stout that they brought.
It's really
I
sad that I
actually
can name
drank
the other two
all three
beers.
of those beers.
Yeah.
But the German chocolate cake, that was a good one. Good beer.
I think that's the only one I didn't get. I think I got something different from
I
608.
I remember that beer from last year. It's very, very good.
Man, I
If you
wish you
don't
were
like
there this year
coconut,
with
you're
the other
not gonna
two.
like it.
So, brewery number three. Here we go again. Dual Citizen. Now, did Dual Citizen bring A, Wave Racer, B, Red Chimney, or C, 14 Degrees?
Oh man, I have a feeling I'm about to get this one wrong. I'm going with A. I don't think it's right though.
You're going with A, Wave Racer?
Yeah, I think that's a different brewery's beer, truthfully.
Okay. And Jack, which answer are you going with?
A Wave Racer, because that's one of my favorite West Coast IPAs.
And both of you would be correct again. And the score sits at 3-3, with Dual Citizen having brought Wave Racer. Now, for the next brewery, I had to throw these guys in because every year Nate and I talk to them, and these guys are great, and I'm big fans of them. So, brewery number four, Steel Toe Brewing. Now, did Steel Toe bringing hop stock? Did they bring Stivali? Or did they bring Thunder Snow?
I'm
Mm,
going C. I'm just blind guessing here. I don't. We didn't visit them this year, unfortunately.
no, we didn't. But it's B Stivale, because that's their Italian Pilsner that they recently released.
And unfortunately, Jack, you are correct. That is it. The score is now 4-3. Cody, the beer that you
Uh,
picked was Thunder Snow, and that was made by 56 Brewing.
Shows how
Ooh,
much I love those
Cody.
guys. Yeah.
Cody.
Did you guys go to the 56 Brewing tent?
I think we did right
Actually,
at the
we didn't make
beginning.
it this time, but
Uh,
Cody's a big 56 guy.
Literally one of my favorite brews in all of Minnesota. I can't say I've had that one though. I don't think. I don't know anything about that beer.
I haven't either. I should stop by.
so for the halfway through point, we have Bad Weather Brewing. Did Bad Weather bring A, the Hopcomancer, B, Tropical Squeeze IPA, or C, Cowboy Luke?
What was B and A?
B was Tropical Squeeze IPA, and A was the Hopcomancer. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like the Necromancer, but Hopcomancer.
I'm going that one. I don't think that's right though.
And Jack,
It's Hopchromancer.
that would be correct. It's Hopchromancer. So the score now sits at 5-4 at the halfway mark. Brewery number 6, Klakau Brewing.
Oh god.
Mhm.
Did they bring A, Roundabout Stout, B, Contains Nuts, or C, Hello Citra?
C.
I'm doing like an elimination game in my head because I know one of those and I know it's not from them, but the other two. What was C?
C was Hello Citra.
I think it's got to be A, Roundabout Stout.
And Cody, you are wrong again. Jack, you are now sitting at 6-4. Cody, you said Hello Citra, and that is from Bear Cave Brewing.
Of course it is. This
Now,
is
speaking of
rigged.
Bear Cave Brewing,
Uh-oh.
brewery number 7 is Bear Cave Brewing. Now, did Bear Cave bring A, Ring of Fire, B, Red Eye Irish, or C, Pretty Fly for a Wit Guy?
I'm going C here.
I think it's C too. I don't know for sure though.
Is C everybody's final answer?
Yes.
And both of you would be correct.
There's logic
It
there.
was C, Pretty Fly for a Wit Guy.
Because you said Hello Citro was also from them, right?
Yes.
I noticed that they riff off like beer terms.
Punny guys.
Yeah, punny guys, yeah.
Wordplay.
Yep.
So, Cody, you're running out of time here
Yeah,
to
I suck. It's fine.
catch up. But we are at brewery number 8, which is Lift Bridge.
Oh baby, here we go. Let's see.
Did Lift Bridge bring Deja Reeve, Fireside Flannel, or KISS?
It's A. It's A. It has to be because well, I'm not gonna give a hint, but
You, so, Cody, you're going with A,
oh my
Deja
god.
Reeve.
Wait, part of me thinks it's Fireside Flannel now.
Jack,
Um,
what do you think?
I'm gonna let him answer first because I
Oh,
know.
okay. Hmm. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he doesn't think it's KISS because I know how much that brewery that makes that beer means to him.
that's more.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
more.
actually, I actually, well, besides the fact that it's their flagship, Max got it at the fest, so I remember that. Now that you're saying the names of beers, I'm starting to remember them. But I'm actually gonna swap it. I'm gonna go Fireside Flannel.
So Cody's going with B, Fireside Flannel, and Jack, what is your answer?
I'm also saying Fireside Flannel.
And both of you would be
Yeah.
correct. It was Fireside Flannel. The score now sits at 8-6 with only 2 more breweries left in this quiz.
Yeah, I'm
But
screwed here.
Cody, what was our favorite at that tent?
Green, is it called Green Light, right?
Green Light.
Dude, you missed a
Lucas,
good one. You would have loved that
you would
shit,
love
brother.
Green Light.
Why? What was it?
It's like their grape ape and their orange drink, but it's lime.
Oh, I would have drank the
It's like
shit
a
out
Oh
of
my
that.
god, dude, you
melted
should have
lime
heard us,
popsicle.
bro.
So good.
Yeah, you should have heard us. We both drank it, and like everyone around us was like looking at us because we were just drooling over how good it was.
So brewery number 9, Bald Man Brewing.
Yes,
Now, did
very
Bald Man
familiar.
Brewing bring A, peanut butter porter time, B, peanut butter second breakfast,
Oh fuck.
or C, back in black?
It's not A. I
Hmm.
know that much.
I know this one too.
Hmm. My name's Jack, and I live in the town where all of these
All right.
are.
This feels a little rigged right now. I'm not gonna
Yeah, it
lie.
Hey,
is. It's not
hey,
fair,
if
but
you paid attention at the beer fest, you would have known these. You were just
I,
there.
I did not pay attention at the beers. Also, you're giving me like I've had like 4 breweries I didn't go to attend, but give me the options again.
Of course. Uh, Now, did Bald Man Brewing bring A, peanut butter porter time, B, peanut butter second breakfast, or C, back in black?
I feel like I had peanut butter porter time, and I don't think it was from them. So I'm going C.
You're going C, back in black?
Yeah.
And Jack, what is your guess?
I am also going C because they are a rock and roll themed brewery, which doesn't come across in the name, but Back in Black ACDC song. That's it. It's
And
C.
both of you would be AC/DC correct, back in
Mhm.
black.
Um,
So the score
well,
is 9-7 going into the last question.
GG.
I don't know. Should we make this double points? Let's make it triple points.
Make it triple points. Make it triple
Yeah.
points. So Cody, you could win here if Jack gets this wrong.
Yep.
But
Keep my
don't worry,
hand up,
Jack
but
has
it's
home field
fine.
advantage.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe moving forward, we don't do one guy in his home state versus one guy not.
But hey, you were both there.
Dude, true. It's my own
Uh,
fault.
you know,
Fair game.
number 10, except for triple points. Triple points.
God dang it.
Excelsior Brewing.
I knew it was coming.
Uh-oh.
Excelsior Brewing. Now, did they bring A, Simply Ramona, B, Espresso Milk Stout, or C, Dark?
Oh God. Cody, I don't know this one.
Good news, Jack. Me either. Can I get
I'm just telling you, it's an even playing field right now.
yeah, it is. Can I get the names
Especially
again?
since Jack put triple points on it.
Because I'm a nice guy.
Shit, dude, with the phrase might ring true here. Nice guys may finish last. It could be a miracle, truthfully. Can I get those names
Potentially.
one more time?
Yes, of course. Did Excelsior Brewing bring A, Simply Ramona, B, Espresso Milk Stout, or C, Dark?
Espresso milk stout seems too basic for any brewery in Minnesota. There's zero logic behind that, but makes sense in my brain. I'm going to A here. We haven't had an A in a minute. I know it's wrong, but it's fine. At least I'm confident in my answer.
Now, I could be a dick right now and just pick the same answer and guarantee a win, but I think it's B. I genuinely think it's B. Final answer.
Okay. So Cody, you were going with A, and Jack, you were going with B.
Yep.
And for this, the final answer, Jack, you would be correct. It was Espresso Milk Stout.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, the final score, bringing Jack 12 and Cody 7
That's
in the
fair.
Sorry, Cody. I
in the
didn't mean to
very
make
first
a
game
blowout on
here
you.
on the
No,
Foamies
dude.
with Homies podcast.
I feel good. I'll walk away with my pride, dude. I went up against the Minnesota expert and
I
came out just a couple points short.
genuinely,
After shitting on Excelsior's choice that they brought and said that it was too basic for them to have. Yes, absolutely. You are going away with your pride.
I genuinely did not know the last one, so it was the toss up.
That ruled. I love trivia games. It's some of my
Yeah.
favorite, truthfully. That was cool.
Now
Uh,
I'm excited to
And I learned the names of all. Well, I wrote down the breweries that made all the other beers as well. So
Very cool.
yeah.
You got to learn
Now,
something and you got to teach something.
out of the ones that you listed, Lucas, what are the top three that you wish you could try?
Well, I've definitely had some of the Glanky before. I don't know if it
Glonky
was
is a
that
good
exact one.
series.
I know it's your series.
Good series.
Um, I've had the bourbon barrel chocolate cake stout. I don't know. I don't know. Probably the one from Bad Weather. Uh,
Yeah,
when
Hop
I said
Romantic.
when I said Tropical Squeeze IPA, I was really hoping one of you guys was going to pick that as an answer, because that is a selection by Deschutes that was at the festival.
You know what? I did not put that together until you just said it now, but yeah, that makes sense.
That's so good, dude.
Uh, I don't know. Ancient Shaky Hands from Falling Knife is probably
Dude,
something I would have tried.
that beer was fucking nuts.
That
Pardon
was
my
the best
profanity,
beer,
but yeah,
best beer I had the whole
that
day.
that was the second best beer I had all day outside of Barrel God. And I think like I don't know, Jack, if you read my portion of the article, but there's a reason why.
I
Like,
did.
dude, yeah, dude, you wrote such a good feature on that beer. And just like the build list of it is absolutely fucking nuts. Like I said, bro, when you read off what's actually in that beer, it sounds like you're at like your favorite like whiskey saloon, grabbing a bite to eat with a huge list. So, but yeah, Ancient Shaky Hands was absolutely absurd, dude.
I really like the Contains Nuts from Inbound. I'm a big fan of
Yes.
peanut butter in any type of beer, honestly.
Did we
Have
try that?
you? Well, I was gonna say, Lucas, have you tried their contains bees, which is
Is that a honey version of it?
no, it's a honey blonde peanut butter
Well,
beer.
let me tell you this. I
My
don't want
guilty
honey in
pleasure.
my beer.
Why?
I don't
It's
like honey.
mostly
I don't
peanut
like honey
butter.
beers. I don't like honey beers. I don't like the was it the double
You don't like
slam or whatever the
you don't
fuck it is?
dude, you don't like Cheerio beers? What the fuck?
No, I don't like that.
Grain and honey. Cheerios. Tell me I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
I'll
nope, nope,
uh
nope.
I'll
Which
send
is
you one.
funny. Which is funny because I like braggots. I love braggots, but nobody makes those.
Kyle does.
That
You want
is
to
the
hit him up?
most honey you could possibly have in a beer
Hey, I love
while
mead.
having it still be a beer.
I love mead. I just don't want honey in my beer.
That's an
Okay.
insane take. Have you ever had honey
Yeah,
in an IPA?
I've had hot slam.
Is Hop Slam a honey IPA?
They put yeah, it has honey in it. Yeah.
I'll throw a hot take out there for the end of the podcast because I'm 2 beers deep now. I don't fucking like Hop Slam. I think it's a terrible beer, personally. But you
I
like
don't
what you
enjoy
like,
it
and
either.
that's dude. That's the beauty of craft, and I will die on this hill. Is that sometimes you'll try bad beer. I'm just kidding.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Dude, okay, listen. Hop Slam, I think, is one of those beers that definitely has like it has cemented its place in craft beer, but like it's like any of those beers, right? Any of the beers that like originated IPA, right? They're past their prime. They're very malt forward, not super
Yeah.
hop aggressive.
Hop
Like
Slam is kind of like the OG like triple IPA.
the thing for me is like when you start putting your beers in like mini kegs, I'm just not gonna take it serious. Like, I'm sorry. Like when I can buy your mini keg of Hop Slam off the shelf, I think I'm gonna pack my bags and head off from that one.
In my early drinking days, I used to get those mini Heineken kegs all the time for
Dude,
like
that's
field parties and stuff like that.
why not, right?
I didn't know
Why?
any better at the time.
Fuck yeah. Anyways, what a fun episode, boys.
Yeah, what a great way to start the show.
Yes, and I'm
Jack, you're up
yeah.
on the scoreboard. First place so far.
Yeah, we'll keep a
Still
little
don't know what
Excel
I'm gonna
sheet.
win.
Next episode, we're going to be setting up our March Madness bracket with hopefully Max, right?
God, I hope so.
Yeah, so we could have the four of
We'll
us
ask him. We'll see what his
on
availability is. He's a
we
busy guy.
Yeah, he
we
might
could
be
do
curling.
the Olympics are over. It's not curling.
No, he literally does
Oh,
that shit
buddy,
for fun,
curling
brother.
season is year round.
Yeah. Ooh. No, we can get them away from the ice for 15 minutes.
Sorry, Bonspiel.
Bond.
Huh. But yeah, we need 4 people so we can have a finals. You can't do that with just,
Yeah.
True.
and then
We'll
everybody
do it. What's
gets
the
to meet Max.
I mean, Max has to set up like me, so he has zero excuses to not come on the pod at some point.
I think
So
the initial thought is we're gonna randomly assign beer styles to each NCAA basketball team once the bracket is finalized, and we're each gonna fill out the bracket based on how we favor each beer style until we get a winner. Not knowing seeds, teams, anything like that.
But we will
So
know the
it's really
teams
going to
because
be
that's how we plan our
blind.
beers.
yeah, like we'll know teams. The teams are you all get what he meant.
I don't think you guys do get what I mean, but
I
we'll figure
don't.
it out
I
later.
really don't. I'm sorry. Are we doing
We'll
a full
figure it out.
64?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
We're doing 64 beers? My
You said a
God.
March
Yeah.
Madness bracket.
Yeah, but I
right?
thought we would be, reasonable with it and be like, oh, we're going to take it
Nope.
from the Sweet 16.
He's like, cool, we're gonna skip the
No.
round of 32.
no.
Come on now, it's all or none. All or bust.
All right. And that's fine because when's the next time we're going to record? On the 16th?
Yeah.
That's the day before the tournament starts.
That's a dub.
Amazing, perfect.
Also,
Oh,
fun
but wait a
fact,
minute. We don't know everybody that's in yet because they got, well, the playing games should be done by then, right?
yes, they will be done by then.
Yes.
They will be done by the day that we build this out.
And we'll also show our own personal brackets.
I am a fan of that because
Which everybody loves hearing
Hey.
about our personal brackets.
Yeah, I won my works bracket challenge last year.
that's a dub, dude. Holy
All
cow.
right, do you want a quickie?
And guess what? Not only with winning the beer fantasy football league, I also won my work fantasy football league. And you want to know the best part of both of those teams? Were both auto pick teams because I was away at the Renaissance Festival.
I hate it here. I put
Yeah,
a lot of effort into my
yeah.
drafts,
And
and
a
then I lose
computer
to
picked
him.
mine. You lose to a computer.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on this inaugural episode of the Foamies with Homies podcast, part of aleluminati.beer Collective. Again, if you want to see some of our blogs and some other content, you can either find us on Instagram at aleluminati.bc or on our website at aleluminati.beer. And again, feel free to reach out to us through socials. We're always happy to connect with people. We do have a Discord that people can join if they want to connect with some other folks in the community. But for this podcast, our plan is every couple weeks. So you can always find us on Spotify, Apple Music. We'll also post about it on Instagram to let you guys know as well. So follow us there. We'll catch you guys in the next one.